They say love will make you do some crazy things. Well, here on the channel, I want us to stop that. Man, I'm telling you, the lessons are real with your loved ones, aren't they? Oftentimes, typically, unless you are just really, really, really needing to do work in this area, most people are able to generally have pretty much, have boundaries with strangers and associates, people who are just cordial, But once they get close to that heart, you know, when they have a certain title, okay? My mother, my father, my sister, my brother, my best friend, my husband, my wife, my son, my daughter. And then that L word comes into the picture. Whew, yeah, it will seem like love is making us do some crazy things. But really, it's attachment issues. And then, of course, with love comes the attachment, right? Because I'm attaching my heart to part of your essence here. And it's a beautiful thing when there's a balance to it. It's a beautiful thing when you have boundaries with that. You know, I don't believe in unconditional love. And I don't know if that's going to be controversy to you guys that watch this channel or not. But I don't. I do believe there's conditions on that because, all types of situations can occur here. And you may need to readjust. You may need to readjust. What if you allowed yourself to grow to love someone and you find out they're exactly not that? They're exactly not that. You have to make some readjustments there. You find out this person hates your guts. Should you be still walking around loving them? Like, you could say, hey, I love that person. When I thought they were that, you thought they were something that they're not. It's like you fell in love with an illusion here. But if that illusion is just that, an illusion, and the real thing is something completely different, you don't love that energy. That's the energy you're running from. The mask that fell out and what you're seeing, that's the real deal. So you don't love that person. You don't actually love them. You loved who you thought they were. And I'm not making this video to tell you guys to stop loving people in that situation. I'm just saying you didn't love the person who it is. It's all different types of scenarios. Now, in other situations, yes, you can still love the person, but you're going to have to place some boundaries for self-preservation and self-protection and self-respect, just to be healthy. Yes, I love this person, but until they get themselves together, I can't trust them in these ways. And that's intelligent. Because I know a lot of people struggle with that, Even when you love them, you still got to have those boundaries, you guys, because honestly, dark energy knows that it's the people that we love the most that they will try to use to comfort you. So if you don't learn to have boundaries with the people, even the people you love the most, holding them accountable as well. Because you don't want that dark energy to go that route with you, because they generally do that with everybody. Everybody's learned some lesson with some family or friend who burned a bridge with you, that betrayed you, did some Judas stuff, okay? Everyone has experienced that. But everyone don't take the lesson. And because of that, the cycle keeps repeating itself. And every time someone gets close in your heart, it's very hard for you to have those boundaries. All of a sudden, they just fall by the wayside. And it's like you don't want to have boundaries with this. You shouldn't have to. But you know what? There have been people all their lives, the people that should have been there for them, the people that were supposed to care for them, dropped the ball and just totally didn't. And these things happen. And I'm not saying that this is your story. I'm just giving you a for instance and a reason why it's still important, yet and still, to not let love make you a fool, basically. Don't be a fool for love. Love doesn't require you to be a fool. And if it feels like ooh, child. And if it feels like that's occurring, know that it's something else. Manipulation is requiring you to feel like a fool. Codependency is requiring that. Okay? Survivor's remorse, gaslighting, all types of things. But even if you love somebody, man, and I know it hurts, it's like, first of all, you have to wrap your mind around the reality and really see things for what it is. Like, if this wasn't my sister, if this wasn't my brother, if this wasn't my husband, if this wasn't my mother, if this person did it that I don't love, how would I have felt about it? Or even if you objectified a situation, what advice would I give someone else from the outside looking in? But then when it comes to you, your heartstrings is making it challenging. And let me give you guys a tip, and I've been saying this for years on the channel. A lot of times in our emotional maturity, we have to always understand our heart may not, our emotions, because it's connected to our emotions, it may not be caught up to our logic in the time that we have to make these decisions, or in the time that we're processing. And if you're emotionally mature enough to understand it, and then that's why you hear somebody say, man, it hurt like hell, but I did what I had to do. I still honored myself. I still protected myself. I did the proper boundaries, whatever that looks like in the situation. It hurt like hell because I had a lot of love for this person, man. I didn't want to have to do it, but I knew I had to do it. And just because I don't want to have to do it doesn't mean that I don't need to do it. Man, that's a good one right there. That's a good one. But even if you love them, sometimes, those are the ones you got to check the hardest, baby. Because they will be the ones that feel most entitled to do these things to you. To try to take advantage, manipulate, and, even if you love them. Even if you love them, man. You don't want to make yourself victimized or be blinded by the love where you cannot see. All right? I hope that this talk has helped someone, and I'll see you in the next video.